the price elasticity of demand is
Uh-huh.
not the combination of the other two
Okay.
calculations. So
Yeah.
it's confusing because at least at first glance, I think they're saying the same thing, but they're really precise on what exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Um,
true. Okay,
yeah.
so I'm recording this, by the way, because
Okay.
then we have to submit it. But the first one is it says, do you think the demand for junk food is elastic or inelastic with respect to price? Why? And I think it's the demand for junk food is elastic because, well, you have a lot of substitutes and you can always go with something else.
Yeah.
So it's super elastic, I will think.
Yeah.
I don't know if, uh-huh, you
I
want
would
me to
think so
put,
too, just because I mean, at least in the U.S., there's a lot of different options, and so I mean, especially now with COVID, there's a lot more, takeout options for restaurants.
okay. Okay, let's go with the next one. Based on your knowledge of the price elasticity of demand, do you think the dead weight loss of soda junk food tax will be relatively large or relatively small? Why? Do you think the weight loss?
I think it would be small because there'd be lots of substitutes, wouldn't it?
Yes. There'll be a lot of substitutes. If junk food. I don't know if that makes sense. Should I put that? With lower taxes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Okay, and then do you think taxing junk food will be a good idea? Does your group have a disagreement on this topic? And that is okay, just explain each side. I think, well, I think at the beginning, maybe people are gonna try to give in and say, oh, it's too expensive. But then people are just gonna start buying it. I mean, because it's super easy. I mean, it's fast and easy to acquire. So at the end, people are just gonna buy it.
Well, I know. I think that's right to a certain degree, but I also think that it'll the rate of people buying fast food will decrease.
Will increase,
Will decrease.
will decrease.
So I think the increase of tax would decrease the amount of business for fast food.
The increase of taxes will decrease the amount of demand. Of demand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you think taxing junk food will be a good idea? Um, why would you want to tax junk food?
So,
I think depending
like,
on the reasons why.
like in the study assignments, they use the example of cigarettes. The higher tax, the lower amount of people willing to buy
Oh
at
yeah,
that
I remember.
point.
Yeah, I
So,
remember. Well, I
so
guess depend on the people then. People with money will keep on buying the junk food no matter the tax.
yeah,
I guess we can put that.
yeah.
Mm, I don't know. Do you want to put anything else there on the third one?
No, I think that's good.
Okay. Based on your analysis, would this policy help reduce the amount of junk food consumed in the US? I think it will. I mean, I think it will. It would.
Yeah, yeah. I think so too. I think. Let's see how.
Explain the amount of reduction you will expect to see, or explain why you would not see any reduction. We think that a tax junk food will decrease the amount of junk food consumed.
Well, the higher cost that junk food would have would eliminate. I don't know how to phrase it.
Hey, Sarah. Explain the amount of reduction you will expect to see, or explain why. I don't think it would be a lot. I think depends on. There's so many variables. That's the thing. Of course, people in New York are gonna go ahead and buy and keep on buying because they don't have the time to cook, I will guess. But people that live, well, I mean, if you're gonna be buying junk food once a week, maybe you can afford it.
Yeah. Well, and I don't know. My thought process is like, yeah, we all would prefer to just go eat out and get fast food rather than making stuff. But if that price increases, the amount of people that can afford that will decrease.
Okay, so the higher the cost of junk food would decrease the amount of buyers, I guess.
Yeah.
But do you think that will happen just at the beginning? Because I will think that it.
Well, I mean, if the tax is consistent, I think so would the result. I mean, it's like relating it
I'm
to
still gonna write. I still keep hoping they'll give me something. You do.
Okay, there we go.
like relating it to the cigarette example. You know, smoking was a lot more popular, a few decades ago than it is now. And that's because, at least here in the U.S., the taxes on cigarettes is a lot higher, so it makes it more expensive to feed that habit.
Okay. So would you add anything else here to the question number D? I mean, letter D.
No, I think that, I mean, I think that accurately explains why there's a decrease in demand.
Okay, the higher the cost of junk food will decrease the amount. Oh, let me see.
Or you could rephrase the end of it and say, the cost of junk food would decrease the amount of buyers willing to pay the higher price.
Okay, the cost of junk food will decrease or would decrease the amount of buyers, you said? I can't
Mhm.
remember.
Yeah, the amount
amount
of
of
buyers
buyers.
willing to pay the higher price.
Okay. Okay, is that better?
Yeah, I think that's good.
Okay. Anything else that you think we should add here?
I think that's good.
Hey, Sarah, do you have anything to add? I don't know if she can hear me.
I think she's reading through it. Maybe.
Sarah, can you hear me? Should I add her name there or should I not? Because I'm kind of, I don't know.
I would, but we need to. I'm thinking about sending out an email asking what times would be better for everyone. Because
Yeah.
I mean, I know like last week I didn't see the email until after the fact, and so I think if we met later on in the week, we would probably have more attendance.
Yeah. Okay. I think we're done then for today. It wasn't very long. I think it was pretty easy.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
But yeah,
Mhm.
I'm gonna try replying to the email you sent out with the Zoom link and asking the rest of the group like what day of the week and time would be best